guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you are new. My name's Nastasia, and today I'm doing a little bit of a different video because I figured I'd just switch it up a little bit here and there and do some kind of like lifestyle videos as well as like advice and faith videos, just because like I am human. I do other things as well, and one of those things is fitness, and I love it. I can't say I'm an expert by any means, which is what this video is for, because it's talking all about my goals for 2019 in the fitness department specifically. So I'm going to talk all about that, and also a little bit of a rant of like my biggest pet peeves in like fitness, I guess, or like, I don't know, and my struggles in the past with it and stuff like that. So if you're interested, obviously stay tuned, but before I get into it, give this video a big thumbs up if you end up enjoying it. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss out on a video every time I post. First, I'm going to get right into like my goals of this year, so that if that's the only reason you're kind of watching this, you don't have to stay tuned for like what I've struggled with in the past and stuff like that. Either way, I'm going to talk about that first. So my goals this year, and I'm going to insert a little clip of how I look as well, like right now, not really like measurements and stuff, but just really casual, this is what I look like right now. My goal is honestly, I just want to become so freaking strong. Like, I'm not looking to like be in a bikini competition or something like that. That's great if that's what you want to do. I don't have any desire to do that. I just want to be strong. I just want to look strong, and I think strong is very attractive and very feminine as well. Like, I'm not looking to be bigger than my guy friends or something, but I want to look like I'm healthy. Like, I want to look like I can lift something, or, you know, like I can squat and not break and stuff like that. Like, I genuinely want to build strength and build my muscles so much. I think it's beautiful when girls have like muscles on them, and when they like, you know, they look like, I know I keep saying they look strong, but like they look strong. They look like they could go have fun and take an adventure and take a hike and not be winded. Me. So my goal is that I have a couple goals. So one of them being that I do want to lose some body fat. And I know some of you might be saying, literally from where? You don't have fat. And like, here's the thing. I know I'm not like in a situation where I'm like overweight and have to lose weight for my health or something like that. But for me personally, I'd rather get like the weight of my muscle to be a higher percentage than the weight of my fat being the higher percentage. And I've never actually taken those measurements, but I know that like I think have more fat on my body than like I do in proportion to like muscle mass. And I feel like I am what people consider like skinny fat, which I don't like that term anyway, so I'm only using it just so you guys know what I'm talking about. But basically, like, I'm like a size 2 to 4, which I know is, you know, relatively tiny, but I know that I'm weak. Like, I'm so weak, and I want to be able to, like, lift and move and do things like that. So my goal is, you know, to be able to cut down some of that body fat percentage, but I'm also not trying, like, I know people training for like bikini competitions or something like that, they have to get their like fat percentage real freaking low, like as close to zero as I think possible. I'm not looking for that, because I also want to like build upon the curves I already have. There's not a lot of curves, but I want to build upon them. And so I do want to keep some, you know, of my body fat percentage. I don't want it to be so low that I just look like a piece of steel. Like, I still want to look like, I don't like soft and feminine and stuff. And that's just my preference personally. Maybe you think it is gorgeous, like when, you know, models for bikini competitions and stuff like that are just all muscle. That's awesome. Just for me personally, I want to still look a little curvier, I guess. So my main goal is to like build the body I want. So I know that I have, for the most part, a pretty blank canvas, because I know I don't have to like, that I don't feel like I need to lose weight. I more want to build strength. So while I will be trying to cut back on like my fat percentage of my body, that's not really my main focus. My main focus is to build. So some things I want to build. I want to build my shoulders bigger. I love like the boulder shoulder look. I think it's so pretty when girls have like built like strong shoulders and just like have that shoulder bump. Oh, I think it's so beautiful, and it looks so strong and healthy. So I want to focus a lot on my shoulders. I want to focus a lot on my legs. I love the look of like bigger, stronger legs personally. My booty, as always. The past few years I did a lot of work on the glutes, and honestly it has paid off. From where I was like right out of high school, I was literally like that on my butt. Like I had nothing there. Not saying I have a huge like bootay, but it's definitely better. But I think it's always good to just like build upon what you already have. So I really want to build my quads. My calves are so sad. Every single time I do a calf workout, even if I don't do any weight on it and just do calf raises without any weight, I am so sore for like 3 days, like really, really sore. And I know that's because I have like no muscle down there. So I need to build my calves, my quads, and my hamstrings, and the booty, and my shoulders. So those are like my first like kind of things I'm working really hard towards. So like I'm gonna be doing 2 days a week of shoulders and 2 days a week of legs and booty. And then the other days I'm gonna fill in with like bicep, triceps, abs. I'll probably still incorporate abs like quite a bit. I might incorporate a little bit of abs into like every day or 3 days a week or something like that. And then chest and stuff. So I think after I build my shoulders and my legs and stuff, I will move on to really trying to build up my biceps and my chest. Just because if any of you ladies know, what you get is what you get when it comes to your chest. What you're born with is what you got. But you can do a little bit of work in the muscle department, because your pec muscle, I believe, is underneath like the other stuff you got going on there in your chest. And so if you build it up, it kind of builds everything up. And just, you know, for personal reasons, I think it'd be cool to be able to build that stronger and stuff like that. So yeah, so that's kind of like my goals, is literally to be stronger. And I love my body, first of all. I really do. I have insecurities just like everybody else, but I do love the body God has given me. And I don't see it as me trying to change in a bad way. I see it as like, what can I do to be healthier, to put muscle on this body, to be stronger and build exactly what I want to. So building my hips bigger and my legs stronger and my shoulders. And it's so incredible when you build certain muscles. Like you want to have a tiny waist, but you have bigger ribs. That's the case for me. Like my ribs are, for the size of my torso and stuff, my ribs are a little bit like more kind of opened, like a little bit bigger, if that makes sense. And so like even if I lose everything of fat on my waist, like I still have ribs there, you know? But if like instead of starving myself or something, I can just make my shoulders look broader, and when you do that, it naturally makes your waist look smaller because your shoulders are out more. Your waist looks tinier, as opposed to if your shoulder's right here and your waist is here, it looks the same. So that's kind of what I'm going for. Yeah, so the way I am kind of my approach, and if you don't care about any of this, like, that's fine, but that's what this video is about, is I don't know much about fitness, like, at all, but I have a couple friends who are in fitness, and I've been racking their brains a little bit. For me personally, I am seeing food a lot different than I used to. I used to see food as, like, if I eat ice cream, I'm gonna be fat. Like, I know that sounds awful and kind of condescending, but that's where I was at, and I was like, every time I ate something, I felt guilty. I gave food a moral value, and that's not good. And also, I didn't think about the fact that you can take whatever food you eat and use it for a purpose. Like, you can use that food as fuel for the gym, or you can use that food to sit on you to sleep. Either way, it's not like a bad thing. It's just how your body processes it. So, like, if you eat it and then you sleep, your body is going to, while you are still burning calories naturally as a human, your body's going to store things because it's it's always trying to survive. It's going to store things and fat and all that. But you can also use that same food, whether it's good or bad, at the gym and use it as fuel to pump you through your workouts. And so that's something I didn't see before. And it's not like I feel like, oh, I ate a piece of pizza, I have to go work out for like 3 hours. No, but like, I also can use a piece of pizza just as much as I can use, like, I don't know, vegetables or something to kind of fuel me. And so while I am trying to eat healthier and genuinely trying to eat clean things, I'm not so concerned about being perfect all the time. I am tracking like my calories and my macros in just like my MyFitnessPal app. And the only reason for that is because I'm so unaware of what I'm putting in my body on a daily basis that tracking does actually help me. Just kind of be mindful of the things I'm eating. Like, I could have these cookies, or I could have this that has a lot of protein in it and can help me towards my goals, even if they're the same calories. Like, I can eat something that will actually help my muscles. So my goals, like protein-wise, I don't really care about my carb and my like fats, like grams, like macros. But my protein, I'm trying to get 130 grams a day to build on my muscles, which is new for me, but I feel so good when I get that much. Like, my body feels really healthy. So that's what I've been doing. And here's some ranting I have for fitness. The idea that you have to starve yourself to be pretty is not cute. And it's also not real. In my personal opinion, you can have a different opinion. I don't think it's cute when somebody looks like they're like a skeleton. I've looked like that before, kind of accidentally, but I have. And I was like, I'm not pretty. Like, I don't look pretty like this. Like, I want to have some fat on my body. I want to have some muscle. I don't want to look like just bones. And so the fact that that is being pushed sometimes on girls is so annoying to me. But at the same time, I feel like something that is really amazing is that right now we're in a time where like the fitness like inspiration on Instagram or something for women is a lot of times very strong girls. Like, whether they're curvy or not, they are building muscle and eating food, like real food. And that makes me so happy because I know, I mean, I'm not like old, I'm 22, but when I was like growing up, it was, you were considered prettier the smaller you were. Like, the smaller your bones were, the thinner you were. Like, I'm not talking strong, I'm talking like thin. And that drove women to starve themselves because they thought if they were too muscular, then they weren't feminine anymore, and they weren't going to be lean, they weren't going to be small because the muscle would put it on them, and they, and so it taught people to not eat, not exercise, be terrified of muscle, and I hate that. And so I'm really glad that nowadays that's less and less, like way less. I do think sometimes it can be annoying that now, like, the perfect body, there's always going to be something that's annoying, there's always going to be standards that not everybody can live up to, so keep that in mind. But something that is annoying is the idea that you have to have like a big chest, a really tiny waist, and a big booty, and then you're perfect, you're pretty, if you're naturally like that. Some people have that, and it is beautiful. Some people don't have that, and it's still beautiful. And I think it's okay to want to put muscle on wherever you want to, but the goal is to be healthy, and the goal is to be, for me, to be strong and happy with like my body in every stage and being thankful for what it can do. So for me, that's my little rant. And for eating wise, I've mostly just been writing down and keeping track in my brain like things that make me feel like crap after I eat them. I've noticed a lot of fake sugar does that. I just crash. I can't. Or a lot of sodium, which I'm not talking like a lot of sodium, I'm talking like a lot, because I love sodium anyway, like salt, but if, like, after Thanksgiving, I was dead, guys. So, like, being mindful of things like that and knowing what my body needs at certain cues and stuff like that. If I'm tired, I probably need some protein and some fruit or something, so that's kind of been my approach to eating. And if you're curious at all, with my calories, just because of the holidays and like I overate a lot, I'm in a little bit of a calorie deficit right now, but it's not like a ton. Like I'm probably eating like 1,700 to 1,800 calories a day. And the more I kind of put on muscle and stuff, you have to eat more to build more muscle. Like that's how it is. So I will probably increase that. It was just kind of to get me on track of like, hey, if you eat a whole box of mac and cheese, it's like 700 calories. So keeping that in mind. But that is the video I got for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed it. I would love to know if you have any fitness goals. And here's the thing, if you don't, that's also okay. It's just mine personally, and I personally love these videos. And I was thinking in my head like, oh, I won't do one of these until I'm at like my goal of where I want to be fitness-wise. And I'm like, no, that's stupid. Like, you know, take them along on the journey, and people want to see how it goes, like, along the way. So this is kind of my starting point. I've been doing it for like 2 weeks now, but still kind of my starting point. So I love you guys so much, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!